Okay, this is linear relations, lesson 10, example 6. Charlie wants to add a long distance plan to his cell phone plan. He's comparing two options. So, option one is a rate of 25 cents a minute. Option two charges a flat fee of $5 a month plus a fee of 10 cents a minute. A, write equations representing the two long distance plan options. B, if Charlie uses about 50 minutes of long distance per month, which option is cheaper? And C, how many minutes of long distance would Charlie need to use for both plans to be the same price? Okay, so the solution here for A, right? Equations representing the two long distance plan options. Option one is a direct linear relation. And that's because if we were to graph it, okay, here's my graph. I'm going to put a graph for the other one. If we were to graph it, because there's no flat fee, it's just 25 cents a minute. If you don't use any minutes, you pay $0, right? So if this is dollars over here, and this is minutes, right? So that's why it's direct, because it starts at 0 and 0. Option two is partial linear, because you start at $5 a month, right? So you're already starting here. Remember, this is dollars and this is minutes, and then however many minutes you use, and it goes up from there. So option one, it says cost equals 25 cents times the number of minutes. You could also write it as Y, because Y is the cost, or dollars, equals 25 cents a minute times X, which is the minutes. You could also write this next one. Cost is 10 cents times the number of minutes plus $5. You could write it like this. Y equals 10 cents times your number of minutes. Again, the minutes is on the X portion of the graph, and then add on to $5. And that right there is in a linear equation form, right? MX plus B. B is your start point. Start at $5, right? I'll just put that a little closer. It's your y-intercept. And remember, the rate that you pay is your slope. Rate is slope. Okay. You can also use the word per, like I mentioned before, 25 cents a minute, or 25 cents per minute, right? So that's how you know. This one is in this form because it's direct. There's no y-intercept that is greater than 1, or greater than 0, right? B, if Charlie uses about 50 minutes of long distance per month, which option is cheaper? Okay. Well, option one, 25 cents times 50 minutes is $12.50. Okay. And make sure in your calculator you put 0.25 times 50. Option two, 10 cents times the number of minutes plus 5. And remember, this is the multiply symbol, and I don't want you guys to put that. I want you to go like this. Okay. And just put minutes like that, right? Same with this one, 10 cents multiplied by the number of minutes plus 5. Okay. That X, that multiply symbol looks like this X here, and that's not the same thing. Okay. And remember, you got to multiply first, then add the 5. So 10 cents times 50 is 5 plus 5 is 10. So if Charlie uses 50 minutes of long distance on his cell phone, option two is the cheaper one. Okay. C. What it's asking us to do is at what point, how many minutes would the two options be the exact same? Okay. So when something like this comes up, you want the cost of option one to equal the cost of option two. So in essence, make them equal. And you just use an equal sign to do that. And then you take the two equations. So here's 0.25. They change the x to an n. I don't care. Just use x if that's best for you. Okay. Or use the word minutes equals the 10 cents times the minutes plus 5. And what we're going to do is solve for n. Now, this one's a little bit trickier. So when you have a variable on both sides, you need to move it to one side. Okay. So we need to move this 0.10n first. So we're going to subtract it over here and subtract it from 0.25 over here. That cancels. 0.25 minus 0.10 is 0.15n. Okay. And that's all going to equal 5. Then from here, divide. Okay. So that's what they did here as well. I guess I didn't have to show it. To get n all by itself, and you end up with 33. So Charlie would have to use 33 minutes of long distance time on his cell phone, and that's the minutes that will make them the exact same in price. So that is lesson 10, part 1.